want better for y'all.
I don't think enough people are saying this shit.
These are just our ideas.
Maybe we should all be a little bit more self-aware and a little bit less delusional.
What do we know?
What the fuck could we possibly know?
Hey, look, get your shit together.
But let me stay focused.
All right, welcome back to The Reason They Should Have Never Gave You Niggas Microphones. I'm Lolo.
I'm Bitch Shae.
And this is Let Me Stay Focused, the podcast. Woo! Now, if you're watching us on YouTube, you might notice something. And that something may be that you can fucking see us. Well.
Yeah, I hope so. I can't even tell my mic is in the way or not, but.
It's right. You can't see that?
Huh?
Are you sure you don't need glasses?
I might.
Because you were Miss I Just Wake Up and See a few years ago. Don't tell me you can't see nothing.
No, I think I do need to get my eyes checked, though. I mean, my sight is still pretty good, but...
Tables turn, the tables turn. What goes around comes back around. Have you seen that gif?
No.
It's Spice in front of a Lamborghini.
No.
You really never heard that? It literally goes, tables turn, the table. Like, she's singing it.
That's crazy, though, because this is the second time today I done heard.
Tables turn?
Yeah, what comes around, what goes around comes around.
Were you listening to, like, Best I Never Had or something?
No, I saw it on somebody's caption.
I should start reading people's captions. Tables turn, the tables turn. What goes around comes back around. Listen, that's a valuable lesson. Thank you, Spice.
It is a valuable lesson. Yeah.
In the words of Monique, when you do clownery, the clown comes back to bite.
You said Monique said that?
Yeah, on Charm School.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, yeah, because I'm falling off the Monique train.
Man.
Some with their son ain't right, baby. You can't my love your way out of this one.
Yeah.
But I don't have Hotep of the Week. I have honorable mention, which is where we shout out someone who's on their shit this week. Do you have any guesses?
I wish I did.
Oh. Do you want a hint?
Yes.
It's a rapper.
A rapper.
A rapper.
A woman?
No.
I don't know. I'm drawing a blank.
It's Vince Staples.
Oh, okay.
Do you have a guess why?
Yeah.
What is
his
it?
new show on Netflix.
His new show on Netflix. Did you watch it?
Yes, I did. I watched it twice, actually.
I fucking loved
I
that.
loved it, too.
And so, because of its, like, surrealism in nature, people have been comparing the show to Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I have to remind y'all yet again on this show that I was a Gambino girl.
Mm-hmm.
I was a Gambino girl.
Yeah.
And so when I saw the Fader in particular posted about the show and was talking about Atlanta in the caption, and so I'm just going to read what I commented. I thought I loved it. To be clear, I don't think the shows are that similar. Even as a Gambino girl in a past life, I couldn't keep watching Atlanta because it got so surreal past the point of understanding. Vince Staples was trying to show us the intersection of his lives, the rapper, the streets, and occasionally just the black man. And he did it really well without losing the audience. He showed us not only the pain and the triumph and the wishing things were different, but he also showed us the truth, which is that sometimes it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I went back to screenshot that because I was so upset by, like, all the comparisons to Atlanta in the comments. I think Vince Staples is very talented. And to be clear, I've been a Vince Staples fan.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I mean, when was Lala? 2016, 2017? I was seeing him there. I saw him when he opened up for ASAP and Tyler. So when people are like, who is Vince Staples? I'm like, I actually know who this is.
Yeah.
And I'm excited. And when I saw him on Abbott Elementary, I was like, is that Vince Staples?
Yeah. Yeah, I seen him when he was on Abbott. That's when I seen he had a show coming, I was like, oh yeah, because he was funny on Abbott.
Vince Staples is super talented, and I'm very happy for him in the show. If you haven't watched it, you should. It's really good. I love it. I did go to dinner last night for my line sister. Hi, Day. Happy birthday.
Hey.
And her friend was like, I didn't know who that was. But what I do know is when I looked up who he was, that actor looks just like him. And I was like, huh? And she was like, the actor in the Vince Staples show, he looks just like Vince Staples.
Oh, she thought like he was playing him.
I was like, that is Vince Staples. She's like, he's playing himself? Like, yeah. She's like, then what's the point of the show? And at this point, you know, if you couldn't even tell that was Vince Staples, I'm not going to get into the intricacies of what this show is about and what it's alluding to. But if you haven't seen it, and especially if you're Black and you haven't seen it, go give it a watch.
Yeah. I feel like I agree with you in the sense of like, it's not, to me, I don't feel like it's, I keep seeing people say it's similar to Atlanta, but I don't see it, you know what I'm saying? Not really.
Yeah.
Like, at all, really. But, I mean, that's just, I mean, I guess with the whole bank robbery scene, I guess I could see how that was kind of Atlanta-ish, maybe a little bit, but overall, the show doesn't give like, oh, this is like Atlanta.
It was just so good. Like, it started good, and it only got better. And when I went to go look, it said limited series, which gives me anxiety. Because that just means, like, this is it.
Because it was like, what, 5 episodes?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said that's all Netflix bought.
I wish that, like, we had a Patreon where we could be like, watch the Vince Staples show and then watch this episode. Because I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen it. Like, I don't want to give any ideas. But I do feel like it needs to be discussed. Like, I would have on my glasses and, like, a notebook. I loved it.
You think it needs to be discussed like that?
Yeah. Especially the bank robbery episode. Or, like, the family reunion episode.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I feel like they were all good. Like, really, the only one that confused me was, like, the amusement park one, or the wherever they went when it was at that park.
That's a second to last episode?
Yeah, I think it was like the 4th. I don't know. But that episode confused me a little bit. I had to watch, you know, I told you I watched it twice. So,
yeah.
But like, I probably should watch it again, because I do feel like each time it was like something different.
Such a good show. But yeah, so that's our honorable mention. Vince, you really, really killed it with this, and I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
And the actor who plays you looks just like you.
Yeah, I hope he get more episodes, you know, how Netflix be acting.
That was a big mistake on their part.
Yeah. I don't know. That's unfortunate. Though, like, not unfortunate for him, but like Netflix, like, why they should have bought more episodes, because like I feel like it was kind of like too quick.
Yeah, I like sat down and watched it and it was over.
Yeah. So, but yeah, go him. So I have Hotel of the Week, and I really don't have one.
Really?
And it made me laugh, because I remember when when we first started doing the podcast, and I was like, I don't have a hotel. Like, you know, nobody made me mad this week.
The tables turn.
Oh,
because I was so passionate about my honorable mention.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't really have one though. I'm trying to figure out like who was fucking up like last week.
If I just open Instagram, I'm sure we could find somebody. I mean, that girl is still very worried about Young Miami.
Oh, yeah. She talking about yams because she was in Miami. Talking about
Like,
that girl?
yeah.
Yeah, I don't even, my, publicly, Miami has, like, distanced herself from Diddy, I feel like.
She literally put yams
But,
as a new era. I'm worried about me.
who said that?
Young Miami.
She said yams is what?
A new era. I'm worried about me.
Yeah, but I feel like on the back end, you know what I'm saying? We don't know. She might still be fucking with him.
Yeah, that or whoever keeps filming Orlando Brown.
What about Orlando
He's just
Brown?
always doing something kooky, and like people are filming him and like egging him on. And he's not well. And the degree to unwell he is, I don't know, because I stopped watching Bad Boys on Zeus. That was a snooze fest.
Mm-hmm.
But they should probably stop doing that.
They still record that?
No, like people just Orlando Brown be having like a breakdown.
Oh.
And people like film him.
Oh. Yeah. I forgot he was on that show.
Yeah.
I guess we can make Tiffany Haddish the hotel.
The fact that I don't even know what it is and I'm already dreading it is so terrible. What is it? What is she went to Israel?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. She said, I'm going to see for myself.
Yeah.
You better hope you come back, bitch.
Yeah.
You better hope you come back.
Yeah. She said she wanted to be with the people.
Who the fuck are the people?
Because I guess her people, quote unquote, like, because she's Jewish or whatever.
She's an idiot.
Yeah, I just feel like it's she just be doing anything because she don't have nothing to do.
She need to get her some business or like
I don't know what, because she it's just always something like negative with her or something bad, like the whole DUI situation. You know what I'm saying? Then I don't know if she hit somebody, but I know she had got a DUI. And then, the whole pedophile
that
shit.
happened.
Yeah, like, and now you going to Israel. Like, it's just like a lot.
And then you're telling people.
And then really just parading it. It's not even in the sense of like, because she's saying she want to be with the people and see for herself, but like, it's not out of like, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. I just feel like there's no reason for her to go there.
So, shame on her. That was a good one.
I don't want to know what she did when she got there, though. Like,
that's what I'm saying. And if she sees it and it's terrible, are you gonna report back, bitch?
Like,
or rather, when she sees it and it is terrible, are you going to report back? She ain't.
Yeah. She's the hotel for the week.
She deserves it.
Girl, why would you?
Rub it. Next, we have lyrics and lessons, where we give a lyric and you get a lesson. And I'm first. Do you have any guesses?
Megan Thee Stallion.
No. I have hit the corner, make a dollar flip, and split the dollars with my mama's children. Folks need Porsches, hoes need abortions. I just need y'all out of my business. It's Vince Staples.
Oh, okay.
And that's from the song North North, which was a favorite of mine in college. It's the one that starts with like, bitch, you thirsty, please grab a Sprite. My crib's lurking, don't die tonight.
I never actually heard his music.
What?
Like, I mean, I think I maybe heard like one or two songs or something, but like, I don't know his music.
I had all my friends listening to North North, and what's so crazy is it's one of the songs in the first episodes. It's the one that's like, I ain't never run from none but the police.
Okay, yeah, I figured some of the music in the show was like his music too.
Northside Long Beach. Anyways, what I got from that is, as Black women, we're now part of the largest educated group in America, which means we're doing a lot better than the Black women before us. They did a lot of work. It's very powerful. I'm just saying, like, socioeconomically, we're doing a lot better than Black women before us and our families before us. And it's really, really important that you don't rich auntie your way into being big money. Because then next thing you know, everyone's going to have their hand out, or a business they want to start, or something that you should do with your own money that you don't have to do. And you literally can't do everything. So
That's
you should be careful. Because you don't have to take care of everybody, and you can't take care of everybody.
Yeah.
So be very cautious about who you split your resources with.
Yep.
Split the dollars with your mama children.
Yeah. Yeah, that's no, for real. That's deep. That's a bar.
I love Vince Staples.
I'm gonna have to really check him out for real. Cause I mean, I knew he was a rapper, but I don't think I really ever listened to his music. But he's a dope actor. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm glad about? I'm glad that long before this show came out, somewhere in one of these episodes, Vince Staples was my lyric before it too. And so y'all know I've been listening. I like this because we got stuff on the record.
Yeah, that's a good thing about recording. So my lyric is:
folks need Porsches, hoes need abortions. I just need y'all out of my business.
That's not my lyric. That's her lyric. But no. What was I made for? Taking a drive. I was an ideal. Look so alive. Turns out I'm not real. Just something you pay for. What was I made for? Bro, I just found out. So I went to see Barbie, right? But I don't remember the song, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't very, like, memorable then. That's my shit, though. I heard it the other day.
I love Billy, though.
Yeah. I was like, oh, this shit is alright. Like, I had to run it back.
It's playing when y'all should have seen Barbie by now. I'm not saying spoiler alert. When the creator of Barbie shows up, and she's saying basically like there's like scenes of real life, and she says that mothers stand still so that their daughters can see how far they've gone. It's like during that scene.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm gonna have to watch it again. I did like the movie. I know we talked about it, I think. And I did like the movie, but I only saw it once. And you know how I am. Like, I see it once and I don't remember what I saw, but I remember the gist of it. You know, I know what the theme was. You know,
I too have only seen it once. I did play it with ASL on Max, so that they got the stream of the ASL version so that people can have accessibility. But I pressed play and I went to the gym. I did.
Wait, how do you do that on Max?
If you go to the Barbie movie, there should be other versions, and there's a version where someone is doing ASL on screen.
Oh, okay.
And so people were asking that, like, we just play it, even if we don't sit there and watch it, so that it gets enough streams that they'll implement this in the future.
Okay. I don't think I gotta see if when I watch Max, because I mean, they done took rap shit off, so ain't really nothing for me to watch up there right now.
Yeah, if I was paying for that, I would cancel it.
Yeah.
But I'm not.
Yeah, but we already gave them a lashing, so. But anyway, the message or the lesson that I got from that lyric was some experiences in life will cause you to like question your existence.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, like, will cause you to question, like, what's real, what's not, like, can I do this, like, imposter syndrome, you know, and, I feel like that's good, though, like, it's a good thing when you ask yourself these questions, because it's like, it makes you think, you know what I'm saying? Like, it makes you stop and think, like, about things and really put things into perspective, um and somebody had posted something on Instagram, and I forgot to crop her handle.
Thanks,
Um,
girl.
I forgot, girl. I'm sorry. But she had said, moral of the story is that your perception of beauty and self-expression should never be dictated by someone else's narrow-mindedness or outdated standards. Embrace and celebrate your authenticity regardless of social norms or unwarranted opinions. And so, you know what I'm saying? I felt like that was like a good way to like um put the lyric into like perspective. Like, I feel like she said it better than I did. So I just wanted to read what she said.
Thanks, girl.
But yeah, thanks, girl.
Well, speaking of events that make you question your existence, let me stay focused. Have you heard about the Who the Fuck Did I Marry?
Girl.
59-part series.
Girl. Yes.
Have you taken a gander?
Yes.
How far did you get?
I pretty much got through the whole thing.
Okay, I'm in the 30s. I'm at they're divorced, but well, since you've watched more of it than me, do you want to give like a overview? You don't have to give like every like what she's doing.
Yeah, because you know how I am.
But like, if someone's like, "What the hell is that? What happened?"
Yeah.
What would you say?
I would say it's about this woman who got married to this guy. And I would say it's about this woman who got married to a guy who was a pathological liar, and he literally lied about everything. Like, anything you can think about, he lied about it. And I mean, that's what I would say. Like, literally, she didn't find out until like certain points that he was lying. You know, like, it wasn't like she could tell really off bat, but basically what happened was she married this guy, and he made all these promises to her about what he was gonna do, what he was gonna buy. And when it came down to it, he couldn't. He lied about like his profession. Like, this man couldn't take her to the office. Like,
Child, you name it, he lied about it.
He lied about it. He lied about his parents. He lied about when his grandma died. He lied about having a dead stepchild. Lying on your dead stepchild is crazy. Lied about he had a divorce. He didn't lie about being divorced, but he lied about
where they got married, where they got divorced.
This man lied about going to college, where he went to college, like everything.
Yeah, and while it's easy at points in the story to say, this girl's an idiot, I don't think that she was an idiot. I think that she was misled, and that's a hard combination when you double in the fact that she was in her 30s and she wanted it to be true so bad because of where she was in her life. And to me, it's not that fucking serious. Like, 30 felt old when I was young, but 30 doesn't feel old now. But again, as a woman with societal pressures, they'd be like, "Where's your husband?" And she was a woman who was like steadfast in her faith, so comes from a very Christian background, Christian family, and so they're asking where her husband is, and oftentimes not giving the best advice because they'd rather her have a husband than be happy and unmarried.
That's a valid observation.
So, I say that to say, what do you think are some red flags in relationships, some big red flags? And then what do you think are some small red flags that people don't often notice that can keep us out of these very precarious situations?
Oh man. You have I I don't even know. That really stumped me because I do feel like it can depend on the person, you know, because one person's lie is actually another person's lifestyle, right? So like, you don't really know if somebody is lying to you, until you're like presented with the evidence or whatever. But like, I feel like one red flag, number one above anything, is your intuition. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you feel off about a person, you know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of times that gets ignored, and it's just like, that was really the first red flag. But I feel like we talked about red flags before too.
We talked about our own red flags.
Oh, damn! I wish I would have been able to prepare. But yeah, just lying. You know what I'm saying? Like,
about dumb shit.
Like, if the person can't take you to their workplace,
yeah,
like in that situation, I can't. I think they was married at that point.
Yes, and I can tell that story. So they were driving down the highway, and he's like, "You see that tall building? Our company bought the building behind it." And she's like, "Okay, I want to go." He gets on the phone, and he's supposed to be the VP of this company, but his key card unlocks the floor, but not the front door because there's a quote unquote weekend lock on his key. So he gets on the phone with who? Maybe Jesus. We don't know.
We don't know.
And it's like, "Are you there? Oh man, you not there? Where's Justin? Oh, Justin called out sick. Damn, we can't get in the building."
I do wonder how he was like doing those fake calls, because I'm like, I wonder, was he using like a chat? Like, is there like a number you could call and fake talk to somebody? Like, that's
maybe, like, I don't think you can always hear the person on the other end of the phone.
No, but you can see. Maybe, well, I don't know if they had iPhones or what, but it was just like, I don't know. He had to be doing something to where she really thought he was on the phone call, like, other than just sitting there acting like he was on it. Like, it had to be somebody on the other end at some point. It's like, I don't know, but what do you think? Like, are some red flags?
So I looked up some. This one is from therapyforblackmen.org. And it's a list of 7 red flags. I'm only laughing because I'm not the target audience for this website and I'm on it.
Oh, wait.
So, 1, your partner is too clingy. Let's be real about this red flag because it's one that can be easily missed if you're not careful, and here's why. When you start a new relationship, you might find yourself enjoying all the extra attention of a new partner so much that you miss the fact that you are the only person they are ever around. If you start thinking to yourself that your new partner seems to be around all the time, then your partner might become too clingy. The last thing you want is to be your partner's whole life.
That's a good one.
2, your partner says all their exes are crazy. This one is a red flag because if all of your partner's exes are crazy, then you begin to wonder, are you crazy?
Yes, that's a really good one.
And were they crazy before or after being in the relationship?
Mm.
The law of attraction that tells us that we attract into our lives that which we focus on. If your new partner is always talking about how crazy their exes were, then you might be dealing with the person who attracts drama. 3, your partner puts a lot of their business on social media. This one is a red flag in a relationship because boundaries can be easily crossed, which generally lead to a misunderstanding. If you're like me, I don't know who me is. This journalist. If you're like me, then you would like some parts of your life to be private. And if your partner has a pattern of putting all of their business online, then prepare to have your business online as well. In either case, I'd suggest discussing boundaries with social media up front as a good conversation starter with a partner.
Damn, that's really good. Like, I feel like that should be like number 2 for real, because
You think that's more important than your partner says all of their exes are crazy?
Well, no, never mind. All of it is equally important, but yeah.
I also think nothing on social media. Like if you go to take a picture of the person and they turn their back and flinch.
Not flinching is crazy.
You might want to do some digging, my friend. 4, all of your partner's devices are off limits to you. I'm not suggesting that just because a new relationship is formed that all privacy ends. No, what I am saying is that if your partner goes out of their way to keep you off of their devices, then you might want to note that as a red flag in your relationship. If after 12 months you or your partner still can't make calls on each other's phone, then I'd suggest that there's something to hide.
I suggest that too.
5, and this one is really interesting to me. Your family and other significant people in your life are not in support of the relationship. This one made the list because of a personal experience. Before I met my wife, again, not Lil O, whoever the black man therapist is. Before I met my wife, I was engaged to a woman that my mother knew wasn't the one I needed to marry, but for some reason I was going to do it against her motherly advice. About a month before my wedding date, my mother took me out to breakfast just to tell me that I was about to make a big mistake. That same day, my fiance told me that she was not the person that I thought she was. Same reason my mother advised me against marrying her. That day, I called off the wedding. Looking back, I can see what my mother and other family members could see all along. Now, I don't know if he got Reese Teesa or whatever, but clearly there's people living double lives out here.
Man, damn. I feel like that's really true, like, and you just never know. I mean, like, there are red flags though, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like, you really gotta adhere to them, you know what I'm saying, and not look past it because you want to get married so bad.
Yeah. 6, your partner exhibits abusive behavior. This is probably the most important red flag not to miss. If your partner is physically, emotionally, verbally, or psychologically abusive, then you need to leave immediately. Do not try to change the person because you will only ruin yourself in the process of trying to change an abusive person.
No, this nigga spitting.
And 7, last one, your partner is controlling. What's worse than a person trying to control your life? If your partner is trying to convince you that you are spending too much time with your friends, this is a red flag in a relationship. A controlling partner will try to convince you that you choosing them over other family and friends is an act of love. Don't believe them. They might be jealous of your other relationships and are trying to control who you spend your time with. Oh, Eric D. Capehart is a mental health therapist and the creator and host of the Morning Huddle podcast, a mental health podcast expressly inclusive of the Black experience. I don't know what expressly means.
Expressly, I don't either. But you can like highlight it and click look up.
Look up?
Mm-hmm.
It just means explicitly.
Oh.
Thanks, Eric.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. I really needed that.
And again, take everything with a grain of salt. Like, if someone's telling you, hey, you're never home, you're out with your friends all damn night, you're coming home 6 in the morning, and your response to that is, you're trying to control me. I read on blacktherapyformen.org that you're a red flag. That might not be the best use of that, but that you might want to walk that one back a little bit. Cause you know how people get.
Yeah.
I don't want to say niggas, but that's what I mean. Read one article, don't see a therapist or nothing. Just
oh yeah, because this is like an article for men, so the target audience is probably thinking of women.
Therapyforblackmen.org. It was inclusive though. It said partner.
Yeah, I did like how it was. It didn't say you're a woman. You know what I'm saying? All these times or whatever.
So, have you thought of any other red flags that weren't included in this?
I feel like that shit was pretty spot on. For real. I mean, other than if the nigga ain't got no money or the bitch ain't got no money, you know what I'm saying? That's a red flag. Cause what are you doing all day? You grown as hell. But it's actually so. It's another story. Did you hear about the one that said the lies he told? I mean, it's called The Lies He Told.
No, I heard that there's something else going around, but I'm like, why you can't just let Reese Teesa or whatever,
Yeah,
get this shit off her chest right quick.
So her response to that, because people did ask, her response to that was like, basically Reese Teesa moved her, and she was like moved by her story, and she was like, it was a beautiful story, but it also made her think of her own story, and like how she got emotional about it or whatever. So she was like, she had her how Reese said it was therapeutic for her.
Mm-hmm.
So she was like, let me do it. And she said it was therapeutic, but hers was only like 21 parts.
The nigga got a TikTok now too, by the way.
Which one?
Reese Teesa's.
Legion.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't want to see that nigga.
Yeah, they were like, next we watch. I said, ain't next we watch shit, because I was watching it on live. I don't give a fuck what he gotta say for real.
No, because this nigga lying. We already know you a liar. We don't need to hear nothing you got to say, bro. We don't need to hear nothing. Because it's just going to be more lies. More lies. But it's another story. Her name is Jill the Jew. And her nigga was lying to her, but his red flags, it was crazy because he definitely blocked her. Like some other dude was trying to talk to her, and he cop blocked it. And so that was red flag number one. You know what I'm saying? Like he was just like, this nigga lied about everything. He was a drug dealer. I mean, not a drug dealer, but he was popping pills and shit.
Oh, man.
He lied about some girl that had contacted her and said the girl was a stalker.
They always do that.
But the common thing between both of them was they really wanted to get married. You know what I'm saying? They have like religious backgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
or spiritual.
Yeah, religious family and shit.
Because I'm thinking of a girl on TikTok right now. She just moved to be with some dude, and they're like, yo, we about to put you through the ringer. We know this nigga. And she's like, y'all telling me to be safe. Are y'all safe when y'all sleep with men on the first date? And it's like, oh, okay, girl, well.
Well, we'll see you in
a year.
Yeah, 6 months to a year. And yeah, that's another thing that was common because like they both got married to these dudes quick. I feel like you really got to get to know somebody for like a year. I mean, well, not you don't got to get to know somebody for that long before you see the red flags, but I feel like you shouldn't rush to get married like that to nobody who you don't really know. You haven't met their family, like they just continuously telling lies, but you don't have no proof of the shit they saying. So
yeah,
Yeah, and the thing with Reese Teesa is this nigga took her to see like 4 or 5 houses or some shit. Like after the I think he said after the 4th time, she was embarrassed or something, like that was the last time they looked at houses. But like that's the process of like looking at houses is not like a simple thing. So like after the second time, I kind of would have been like,
But
okay.
imagine if she didn't, because the last realtor was a woman, and I believe a fellow black woman, and she was like, listen, he does not want to provide proof of income. And then I think she told her, do your research, get back to me, and whether it is with or without him, I would love to get you in a home. And she said that made her be like, I'm wasting people's time.
Yeah. That woke her up. But yeah, sometimes you just need somebody to like, you know what I'm saying? Because you too in the fairy tale or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Kikiing and shit.
Like you said, if your people's is like, well, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? That's a sign that you should like open your eyes a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I have one more article. It's from today.com, so it's not black specific. But it has 18 relationship red flags to look out for. I might just give the list, and if you want to hear what the little paragraph is, let me know.
Okay.
Even if it's for all of them. I'm willing to read it. I just don't want to waste anybody's time like Reese. 1, things feel superficial. Do you want the paragraph?
Yes.
Many of us have been in a friendship or a romantic relationship that just seems to plateau at the surface level. This could be a red flag that it may be time to move on or have a talk with the person. If the relationship lacks depth and seems to focus more on physical intimacy or superficial interactions, it could be a sign of a rebound. These relationships often lack emotional depth and genuine bonding that characterize more serious, committed relationships. Number 2, being secretive.
That needs no explanation.
Gaslighting.
Yeah, you can read that for the people who don't know what that is.
Healthy conflict is one thing. Twisting the truth is another. Gaslighting can be used by your partner to make you feel bad about yourself or hinder self-esteem. If they're doing things that make you feel insecure, that's usually a red flag, Kleiman says. I guess that's one of the psychologists. If you notice that your partner is gaslighting you, address them and seek help. Gaslighting, I guess, because the definition is not in here, is like, instead of taking accountability for your own actions, you try to convince the other person that the way that they perceived it was wrong, or that did not happen. It's like trying to convince someone else that they're crazy. Love bombing. That one too?
Yeah.
You got to say read it, or I don't know. I can't look at you. Love bombing. What's this expression, you ask? Psychiatrist. There's a different one for every single fucking one. I'm not about to read all your last names. The psychiatrist describes love bombing as when someone moves too fast, showering you with expensive gifts and trying to overwhelm you with positive sentiments. In these cases, per the psychiatrist, they have an agenda. They may be trying to move in quickly because they don't have a place to live, or they may be trying to get you to fall in love fast so that you'll forgive them when they're unkind later. People pleasing.
I mean, yeah, I guess
I'm just gonna read them all now.
It's 18 though. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to see like what do we really need to know. I'll read people pleasing because we know why it's a problem, but not why it's a red flag in relationships.
Okay.
A partner bending over backwards to keep you happy in all aspects of your life may seem like a good thing, but it's actually not. That's that great of a trait after all. In fact, people pleasing or psychophantic tendencies can very well be a relationship red flag. If someone is afraid to speak up for themselves or they can't say no to other people, they might not be showing you the true version of themselves either, says the psychiatrist. They may say that they like things they don't simply because they're trying to make you happy, or they may be pretending to agree with you, adding that ultimately you might not get to know the real version of them as a person if they're a people pleaser.
Yeah, I agree.
Being a workaholic, you know what that is. Constantly discussing and or comparing you to an ex. When this pesky relationship red flag seems to hover over a blossoming romance, be wary. If your partner often talks about their ex, whether positively or negative, it suggests that they haven't moved on. Their emotions regarding the past relationship are still strong, present, and indicating that a new relationship may not be the right way to cope with them for these unresolved feelings.
Yeah.
Avoidance of serious emotional connection. Someone who avoids deep emotional connections or discussions about feelings may be presenting a capital R red flag to you. Oh, like red flag with a capital R. This avoidance often stems from a fear of repeating past mistakes or a reluctance to open up and be vulnerable again so soon after a painful breakup.
And what was that one?
Avoidance of a serious emotional connection.
Oh. Okay.
Inconsistent behavior. If someone is interested in you and is invested in you, they're going to show consistent behavior. So being very hot and cold or like not being very reliable are red flags. Verbal or physical abuse we've went over. Mismatched relationship goals. A psychiatrist says that many people believe their partner will change their goals in the future, but that's not always the case. In their opinion, people show you who they are and what they want pretty early on. If they say that they want something casual at the very start, they usually mean that. Excessive jealousy, history of infidelity, different life goals, substance abuse. That's not funny. Substance abuse is a serious issue. We've talked about it on the show. I'm just saying, like, somebody shouldn't have to tell you, hey, man,
that's a red flag.
You should be worried. Doesn't make any effort to get to know your friends or family. And that might be an indicator that they don't value their own family or friends in the present moment, nor in the future. Not to mention that people who don't have any friends can become very clingy, independent. The relationship moves too fast. Controlling behavior. That's all 18.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a few of them. I'm a red flag for. I got a red flag on a few of them.
I don't feel like a red flag.
I don't feel like you are either.
Like,
you know, some people are just problematic, and I'm one of them.
But again, all of these things are a little nuanced.
You said what?
All of these things are a little nuanced.
Yeah, I mean, there are things you can work on. Like, you know, I feel like once a red flag, it's not always a red flag. You know?
There's hope for you niggas yet.
Hope. But yeah, that was good. I mean, I feel like I'm pretty good at telling when I'm being lied to, but sometimes, you know, you might miss a few, or you might be wrong sometimes, but yeah.
Well, that was Let Me Stay Focused.
Yeah.
I hope you guys learned a thing or two. And what was it? therapyforblackmen.org. If I remember, I'll put it in the description.
Yeah. They have a therapy for black girls too, y'all. So
they do?
Check them out too. Mm-hmm.
.org?
Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's .org or .com, but yeah. Just Google it. It'll come up.
I hope they're not related.
TikTok.
Only because, like, why wouldn't you put black women if you put black men?
Nah, I don't think it's related.
Yeah. I trust therapy for black girls more.
Yeah, I think it's. I know her. The lady. Her name is Dr. Joy. I think she's the creator, but don't get me wrong. But she's a, you know, a therapist. So I think she created it to where like you can find a black therapist in your area.
Okay.
For black women.
Yeah.
Yeah. So check them out too. That's where I found my therapist. I'm actually about to get back in therapy, y'all, because like Yeah. I got some stuff I need to work on, so you know.
I don't remember how I found my therapist, but I have one.
You still go?
Mm-hmm. I go on Mondays.
Yeah, I took a little break. I need to start taking breaks. So did you want to do Umar? How long have you been recording?
We can do Uma. I can't see how long we've been recording. That's the razzle dazzle of it all. With our new camera that you can see us better with. The font's real tiny.
All right.
I'm nervous.
Stop asking me why I'm not married. You know why I'm not married. Because it's hard to find two queens who will live for the people, who will struggle for the people, who will die for the people, who will raise my children to continue to live for the people after I'm gone. I need queens who work for the people. Y'all beautiful, y'all intelligent, y'all educated, but y'all don't work for the people. Many of you are YouTubians. I'm not marrying no damn YouTubian because all you want to do is sit on YouTube. I'm not marrying no sister who want to take pictures of herself all day. Revolutionary brothers, do not marry one of these sisters. All they do is take pictures of themselves all day like they still 12 years old. That is not going to be a good wife. She's not going to do nothing. She's not going to do nothing. She's not going to build. She's not going to organize. She's not going to be no secretary. She's not going to raise no kids. All she want to do is take pictures of herself and post it on YouTube. Don't marry one of them. Do not marry one of them queens. They gorgeous, but every time I look at your page, a new picture, a new picture, a new picture, a new...
Mad as hell.
I'm not agreeing with him because I love me a bad bitch. But what I will say the message or the advice from that is know what you want. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Know what comes with what you're asking for.
Yep.
Know, you know what I'm saying? If you want a certain type of person, that's what comes with that type of person. And what you don't want. When you know what you don't want, then you know what you do want. So, you know what I'm saying? That's a message.
That was valuable. Thank you. And
Yeah.
I will be using YouTubian in the future.
Yeah, I like YouTubians.
Well, this has been another episode of Let Me Stay Focused. Don't be a hating ass bitch during the break. I'm remembering to say that now because now the end of our clips have it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I forget and I just say that's been another episode. But don't be a hating ass bitch during the break. And we'll see you next week in Women's History Month.
Yes.
See you there.
Bye.
Bye. Another episode of Let Me Stay Focused. Don't be a hating ass bitch during the break.
Peace.
Bye.